I'm in an assessment of tone of postures, tone of being. And as somebody that reads tone for a living, what I've come to realize is when people are feeling very fulfilled, it's in connection to utilizing their unique purpose. Their unique purpose. When they are not connected to their why, which is a very personal why, which often life does a great job of revealing to us through our personal stories and challenges and blessings, that when they're not in their unique why, in their unique purpose, they are much less fulfilled. And so if we surrender, again, our human and individuality to a group think, we've lost that, and we are a subdued version of ourselves, because nobody is living in their purpose. Nobody is living fully fulfilled, because now it's become about the group's fulfillment. And unfortunately, what you're doing is you're taking a potential that doesn't want the potential work and effort to find it, to discover it, and basically just putting a cap. Like, it's like almost like putting, like, like when you get a certain car, sometimes like when you get these electric cars, right? The car can actually go 180, 220 miles an hour, but it has a capacitor on it, right? And I feel like that's what we've done to humanity throughout this time, is like, and you see it happen, and that's like part of cancel culture and all this other crazy shit that's happening, is anybody, right, that is thinking outside of what is now the main, right, corporate media driven agenda, which has nothing to do with health, which has nothing to do with science, which has nothing to do with healing, is censored, ridiculed, shamed, cut off, canceled, to the point that you can't even joke anymore, because the level of, it's not even the level of sensitivity is so high, because some people see it and it's like, oh, why are people so sensitive? It's not even that they're so sensitive, they're so fucking scared. They're fucking so scared of being canceled by others to even fucking laugh. Like, this is like, it's gotten to a point, like, again, so the question is, are we actually having the wide dynamic variety and expression of what it means to be human? Because in the human experience, it's not this muted, subdued, capacitated, low capacity system. It's a very high capacity system. It's an infinite system because it's connected to the infinite, which means we can have the highest of highs, of joy, of power, of fierceness, of love, of courage, of strength, of boldness, and the fucking lowest of lows to the deepest bellies of depression and sadness and regret and despair and shame and fucking all of it. And to me, that's what makes the human so beautiful. And in my communion with God, with spirit, and with some of these other ascended energies that are available to us, that's the information that I receive when I talk about, or when I ask about the human experience. They want to know what it's like to feel the way that we feel. They want to know what it's like to feel the way that we feel. And I think what also I imagine gets missed is, if you move towards that singularity, you're missing out on the depth of that experience as it relates to a human. We have a very unique, brain, spinal cord, nerve system, and how the brain is configured so that when these energies come through our system, how we perceive them in such a very unique way. And oftentimes we judge it so hard, and don't want it, and try to figure out these. Give me the medicine, right? Give me the pharmaceutical fucking drugs, so I can not feel this shit, because I don't want effort to find the fucking lesson. So now we can go into healing if we want to go into healing. How you doing, bro?
Where to start with you today? I was wondering what type of interview it was going to be, but it's good. Sometimes you need the hot fire. People need to re-examine why we're doing things. Stay woke is real. It's like, and like, just stay aware of your motivations for things. Stay aware of whether or not your thoughts are your own, or they're thoughts that have been, broadcast you've received, think about how much of the activity that goes on in our mind is what someone else wants us to think. So just detach yourself a little bit from that. I know that you frequently go on different types of like either real or virtual fasts, like a social media fast or an actual food fast. And I think those are great ways to like cleanse the space so you can just get some clarity on what's real, what's not, what's me, what's that. And all the stuff that you're talking about, I think can become more clear through those types of practices.
100%. 100%.